going to go ahead and create a video that just walked through some of the changes that I've made to our Canvas page. I'm sure that you are all capable of scrolling through these things, but I know that we have a wide range of technical ability, and I just want to make sure everybody's being represented. So I have my screen set to student view right now. So that it should look like what you can actually see. So on our home page, you'll see that I have a couple of things that are important that you'll want to pay attention to. So first, I have just kind of big and bold here, all of the changes that we've made. So if you click this, it will bring you to our new course schedule, which I'm going to pull it up just for a quick second, just to show you that. And you can go through this independently, but anything that is red means that there's a virtual component, meaning we are meeting virtually in some capacity. So go ahead and take a look at that. I'll let you review that independently. Beyond that, I have the breakdown of our class, the amount of points we have in our class. You can go through that. If you are needing help with Conference, this will walk you through how to join Conference. We're going to be using both Conference and WebEx to maintain the kind of interactive components of our class. In just a second, though, I'm going to show you how to access Conference from our Canvas page. This is a bunch of tutorials for WebEx. These are video tutorials. And then this is a link that shows you how to access WebEx via your mobile device. And then finally, I have a link for any IT help that you're going to need. I do also want to point out this link right here. So when you are going to meet as a class via WebEx, and we're going to be doing that several times. One of the best ways to allow that to happen is to truly just click that link. So what that's going to do is it's now bringing me to kind of my personal room. It'll probably prompt you to log in with your credentials. But if I hit allow, then you'll see down here my app pulls up. There I am. It's letting me know that I'm unmuted and that my camera's on. And then if I click start meeting, it'll pull up to something like this. So of course it's waiting for other people to join, and you guys aren't joining right now. So it's going to look a little bit different. But if you look down here, here's how to turn off your microphone. Here's how to turn off your video. Now the purpose of this WebEx component of our class is so that we can actually see each other. This would be specific system preferences. You have the ability to record. And then let's see. We can engage in chat too, which is nice. Sometimes it gets a little bit echoey. And then you can see, now I think some of these things only I can do as the moderator of the WebEx meeting. But I hope that at least seeing that makes some sense. So I'm going to go ahead and end that now. So again, this is the link to my personal room. And it's found right on the front page of our Canvas page. So that's one option for us kind of getting together as a class. The second option, if you go into conferences, which you'll see is listed right under modules, if you click in there, oh, okay, well, that's a problem. All right. Let me figure out why that's happening. But what it should look like is something like this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and we'll just keep rolling with the punches, and I will address why you don't have access as a student. I'll figure that out in a little bit. So let's say it looks like this. You log on, you see this page, you hit start for the corresponding session that you're in. So we are all going to be doing a trial conference session on the 26th. So then you would click start. I'm going to go into this testing section. Okay, so it's going to ask if you want to join by microphone or to listen only. When I am lecturing on conference, it's okay if you just want to do listen only. You'll go ahead and hit allow. It'll then ask you to do an echo test where you say hello, hello, hello. Is there an echo? Do you hear audio? Yes, I do. So I'm currently the only person in this conference, but it looks similar to WebEx. The only thing is it's much easier. We can kind of share notes. I can upload a full presentation. So when I'm lecturing in here, what I will do is I will actually pull up our PowerPoint so I can talk through it. And then you can either kind of turn off your microphone and just listen and then type to me in the chat. That would kind of be found in the public chat section. So as I'm lecturing, you don't necessarily have to talk, but you can type a question that you might have. Of course, you can also, use your microphone and you can also use your video. So if I was wanting to share my webcam, I would just do that. I would allow it here. You're going to have some setting stuff and then it should, there we go. It's loading right now. So it should kind of pop up right there. And then that way, I will always have my webcam up as well as the presentation. But I don't think that that's necessary for you guys on the lecture days that we're going to be utilizing conference. So I will make sure that I figure out why it denied access there and make sure that all of you have access by Wednesday. Okay. All right. So going back to our Canvas page, couple more things that I want to point out. There are going to be a lot of moving pieces now in our course. So I would encourage you to go to your calendar. And I just want to point out kind of some of the things that I've added in. So of course it has all of your quizzes like it always did, but I also incorporated, and this is kind of a double whammy because I have both of my classes on here, but I've also incorporated reminders for when you need to be online with me. So it says lecture starting at 11 a.m. and it tells you where. So that one says conference, impromptus we're going to be doing in WebEx. So it says we have an impromptu at 11 a.m. on WebEx. So I really think that this will be a good tool. And this seems pretty sparse, but once, oops, I always click over there. Once you get into April, you really start to see, and again, this is duplicated because of both of my classes, but you really get to see the amount of things that, are going to be on your plate in terms of navigating complete remote learning or online learning. The last thing I want to do is just go ahead and go into, what am I doing here? Let's see. Go into modules. So again, you're going to scroll down to the appropriate module. Not a ton has changed in here. You'll have all of your lectures, your quizzes as usual. But I also just want to point out you will now be submitting a final outline to Canvas. You will be submitting a link to your speech video. There will be more information about that in the video where you can actually see me talking. And then you will also be submitting your PowerPoint. There's no PowerPoint requirement for the special occasion speech, so you only have to worry about submitting it there. I hope that this was helpful for you and that, you can utilize this to better navigate those virtual meeting spaces that we're going to be using. If you have any questions, please just reach out to me.